Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, a heck of a move. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. After the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
1st and goal from the 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. From the left hash, this from 34.
4-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Browns, nothing.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland Browns getting the football back, and CD, the Browns are over 500, 2-1 on the season, the first time since 2014 that they have been over the 500 mark. Hard to believe, and that includes just being 1-0 because that hasn't happened yet. But now with the wins in weeks 2 and 3, they are there.
And how about this team? Baker Mayfield, he and his team had a rough opener against Baltimore. They got beat 38-6. Well, he's bounced back well. He had 2 touchdown passes in this game. Nick Chubb added 2 on the ground. Kareem Hunt's running the football. Kind of reminds you a little bit of that great 80s duo. and Ernest Biner and Kevin Mack in the backfield. Can they recreate that? They're doing their best to do that. The defense, 5 takeaways against Washington, picked up Dwayne Haskins 3 times. I think it's a good roster. Even though I saw them in the opener against Baltimore, I still thought it was a good roster. Baltimore's just awfully good, as we well know. Now they got 3 really tough games coming up. At Dallas, who needs the win in a big way. Home against Indy, who seems to have righted their ship. And then they're at Pittsburgh, who is currently undefeated.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play fake. Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The take. DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what we're going through, whether we're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Dallas Cowboys, Charles, boy, they have been nothing if not entertaining in 2020. Some wild games early. Another one in Week 3 at Seattle. The bottom line, they fall to 1-2 on the year after a 38-31 defeat at the hands of the Seahawks. But Dak Prescott continues to throw the ball all over the yard, make it 922 yards passing in the last 2 weeks. The 450 against the Falcons in that come-from-behind win. He threw another 472 against the Seahawks. Just the 2nd guy to throw for over 450 in back-to-back games. The other was Jameis Winston.
And can you believe he's putting up those kind of numbers? Because don't we think of Dallas as being led by Ezekiel Elliott in the running game? They've struggled to have consistency there, and the offensive line is not what it was a couple of seasons ago. They've got some guys filling in for some injured players right now. So Dak, they're relying on his right arm. Fortunately for the Cowboys, this schedule that's been kind of wild in the beginning, it settles down a little bit. 3 home games coming up to start the month of October. Cleveland, the Giants, and Arizona. They've got a chance to get right in those 3 games.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the...
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. 8-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
A gain of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Well, this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun. Mayfield going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Rashard Higgins.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
For the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up the 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Gets past one man. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. So they got a traffic there, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
There's Jarvis Landry with the nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Ten 0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Browns nothing.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score on a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Prescott from the gun. And it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Charles, let's step aside different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. Only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history. And I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Off of play action, he'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
The chain, 2nd and 12.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
3rd down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
And he'll drop here to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for the Cowboys. 55 yards. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 39, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Mayfield took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now this one complete on the slant route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Prescott, a good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott down. Throw left side complete. It's Schultz. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions from him personally to this point. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Yes, 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
16 yards. First down, Browns.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Mayfield completes it to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
On the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 28-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield with it once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield to throw it. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Out of the end zone. Brings up 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Parkey is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
17. Browns 10.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a fine first half from Dak Prescott. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. Now Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Elliott. Prescott now. Option right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ezekiel Elliott.
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And again, it's Chubb. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Becker. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 19 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So that'll back them up 5. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 11. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st down, Cleveland. Mayfield to Beckham.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Harkey for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run.
Cody.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Now Pollard.
Well, a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He'll run it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboy.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There are 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. But I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? One year they started 1-2, won their division. One year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow starts, but they know how to turn things around. And when Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback, anything can happen.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. Draw play. Elliott. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 29, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
For Ezekiel Elliott. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Zerline's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And it is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Bell there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to
just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Left side, it's Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And the Browns first down.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Mayfield with it once more. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
From 8 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Near his goal line, it's Prescott. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 95 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. From what we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken tackles, and they're leading to a huge touchdown play.
Yeah, none of them more glaring than what we just saw there, but we've seen it throughout this game, whether it's in tight, running through the line, out in open field. They haven't been able to get these runners down very well. I have a feeling they'll be in pads a lot next week, working on their tackling.
And the lead is up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target lane. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Cowboys on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Michael Gallup. Incomplete.
First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
At their own 20.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He'll throw from the gun.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
He completes it to Hunt. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
It's a
nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On the pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And now we've got flags down. Looks like one of the Browns might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. They'll try again with Chubb.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the 2nd half.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 42. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away. Mayfield to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.